Greetings and welcome back to Flesh Wound Horror Full Moon Double Feature. I'm Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening. How you doing today, Dan?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Todd?
I'm doing good. We got a couple first-time full moons for both of us, so that's always exciting.
Yes, some fairly new releases from Full Moon. We've been having a lot of fun doing some of these double feature reviews, and we thought, like, okay, let's do two of the newer ones. So yeah, kind of a theme tonight too, which will
they definitely pair together well. And before we get into it, we want to throw out our affiliate code. If you guys want to get a 10% discount on the Full Moon Features website when you purchase your Blu-rays and DVDs that we will have links of in the description, you just use the code FleshWound10 and you get 10% off, or you can just click our affiliate link and there you go.
There you go. Somebody the other day on Discord, and I can't remember who it was, asked if you could own one prop from Full Moon, what would it be? And I was thinking about that. I was like, shit, there's a lot. But if I could have like the original prop, what would that be?
I don't know. Do you have an answer? I mean, you just threw it on me. You already had this question.
I was thinking Jacqueline Lavelle's mask from Hideous, the infamous topless scene. I was like, okay, that probably still exists somewhere, and that would be.
Well, that wasn't the question though. If it still exists, though, this is you said whatever prop.
Jacqueline Lavelle.
That's not a prop. That's a person, Dan. And I don't know if you know, you can't own people here anymore, Dan. I mean,
well,
ancestors be damned. You set yourself up for that one. I'm sorry, Dan. Puppet Master 3 props. He wants all the flags in the background, guys.
That's messed up, Todd.
Thank you, Dan, for this goal tonight.
Damn. Well,
I would honestly, I mean, if it's Full Moon, it has to be definitive. Like, I'd want something from the first Puppet Master. I mean, if I just pick something I want the original, like, Gingerweed Man puppet, but I'm fine with my replica. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. I mean, I don't know. That'd have to be something from Puppet Master.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I guess I'll go with the monkey mask from Hideous.
I mean, I love an actual size, Evil Bong too, because all the replicas are tiny.
Good pick. Well, if anybody wants to drop the thousands and thousands of dollars for these props, send them our way. Not Jacqueline Lavelle, because that would not be cool. Anyways, so moving on to our first film of the evening, from director Charles Band, we have AIMEE the Visitor. And in this film, Scott Keyes is a brilliant but misanthropic computer hacker who generally prefers the company of computers to humans. But Keyes' life is about to be turned upside down. Thanks to some code breaking by his partners, Hunter and Gazelle, Keyes is finally able to unlock AIMEE, an incredibly advanced artificial intelligence program that appears in the form of a beautiful and seductive woman. But what a smitten Keyes doesn't realize, and what Gazelle soon discovers, is that AIMEE is an advanced infiltration program that has been designed to learn from whoever downloads her and become what he most desires, and in the process, take over, control, dominate, replicate, and spread. All right, so AIMEE the Visitor. So this at least has the billing of being the AIMEE at the very least, not being an actor, but a full AI, the first AI created femme fatale in movie history. And I don't know about that one. I kind of feel like there's been other AI characters, but maybe. I don't know what qualifies that exactly.
I see. Then you get into whole things with like, well, what about the animated stuff? I mean, what AI is such a broad, generic term for what really isn't necessarily artificial intelligence. But I mean, if I don't know. I'm gonna go with for film for what they did. I think like using it as an actress, not just filling
Mhm.
means not just a CG Scarlett Johansson or something, like as an actual. I think the claim's worded enough where it's accurate.
Yeah, that's true. So I grew up in a time where for me it was virtual reality. There was the virtual reality craze. We had
I don't
uh
think we grew up in virtual reality. We grew up in like this was coming and
yeah,
like,
this is the exciting new thing that never really truly happened.
well, I think
Uh
it's happening right now though, Dan, in reality.
it is. It is. I don't know. Virtual reality, I guess the way I
Uh,
viewed it back then was like I was just going to literally physically be in some sort of computer
uh,
generated thing.
well,
Lawnmower man, you know?
that's what like Meta and all that other headsets are. That's what my kids playing and all the kids are playing now.
It's true. That's true. But
It's
not
exactly
quite Lawnmower Man yet. It will be.
uh,
We'll probably be doomed in the next
it's
decade. But
it's more arcade level right now. You know, keep it on brand than we are to Lawnmower Man.
this is true. This is true. Uh, so I was fascinated with those movies back then, even not being the most computer savvy guy. Just that era where even just the internet still felt kind of new. Movies like Hackers and what have you. You know, those movies like just this sort of the net. You know, kind of had captured my imagination. So I was kind of eager to see what they would do with this under the full moon banner. Well, you mentioned arcade, so they've tackled it, but modern full moon, the Ohio era full moon. And I enjoyed this one quite a bit. It's a sci-fi erotic thriller. And we love erotic thrillers here at Flesh Wound. And
But I think it was like it wasn't like so erotic thriller or erotic that it was on surrender. I still
yeah,
feel like the branding of Full Moon was the correct branding for this movie.
yeah, I agree. It's definitely not like a surrender cinema bump and grind
Yeah.
kind of thing, which I would agree. There is some nice nudity though from adult stars Lexi Lore and Liz Jordan, who pop up. I'm a fan of both of their work, and yeah, it's nice.
Obviously, Dan.
And uh, now I'm going to say this one big compliment I can get this is it's a much better movie than Bloomhouse's Afraid, which I thought was just awful and not engaging at all.
I
Uh,
think this is more of Full Moon's answer to Megan, though.
yeah, I guess yeah, possibly it might go more that route in a sequel. Um, but yeah, high tech erotic thriller, I think kind of
Yeah.
works for this one. And it's fantastic. I actually had a lot of fun with this one. I thought the characters were really funny, really likable. The Scott Keys character was like kind of just right. That sort of like I just don't go outside ever kind of hacker type guy.
Yeah.
And I thought some of the lines, actually, the movie's quite funny. Amy, like, why not take a masturbation break?
Dan's like, I need to install Amy right now.
I thought that was actually really funny. I think yeah, just this Scott's guy, his love for smut, just his unashamed love of adult movies that he defends to his pal to his
This
buddy.
This is very much a Dan friendly character.
He is. This is like, leave the guy alone while he's trying to have a pet.
We might have to reshoot some of these scenes with you, Dan. I think that'd be pretty hilarious.
Well, Charles Band, give me a call. I think you want me for AIMEE too. But yeah, we get some Men in Black here. This one definitely feels like they're gonna do a sequel at some point.
I hope so too.
Yeah. I was watching it. I was like, man, they really set that up, because we got a Men in Black conspiracy element, and there's quite a bit. I mean, we could maybe even see the real AIMEE possibly at some point, whatever led to that. It also breaks a little bit of a taboo. It's a funny kill, I won't give it away, but there's a vaporizing scene that it's just funny, honestly. And I guess we're always supposed to warn when it is a dog, but the way it's done is
Yeah.
kind of funny, if I'm being honest. But
Yeah. And if we're gonna do it, you got to make it laugh, I guess. That's your way around it.
Yeah, nobody's safe in a horror movie. I think actually my favorite line is like, "I like to watch your O face."
Yeah. Oh. There's just this is a fun throwback film. Like, we talk about the different eras of Full Moon, and like, I don't think there's one I haven't liked. Like, this like, we're just like, feels like we're coming into this era. Feels a little different than the one we had previously, which was much more, I almost want to say, traumatic in their approach. I feel like this is almost like we're a little past that era and going into something different. And I don't know if it's the new location or whatnot.
I was going to ask you about that as somebody who lives in their old stomping grounds of California. I think you would agree that it feels different. The movies have a different vibe in Ohio.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and like, you can tell, like, it just feels like a different era. Like, it's pretty quick, because it's funny. We kind of just missed a couple of these movies, like Full Moon movies last year, and apparently the one in 2023. And I know, yeah, it feels different from where we left off, but not in a bad way at all. Like, I like the feel we're going.
I agree. Yeah, these movies, some of them at least feel a little more serious in tone. Kind of more, a sort of Dark Angel or Meridian kind of vibe to them, which is good.
Less tongue in cheek.
Yeah, which is fine. I don't expect everything, as much as I adore that late 90s, early 2000s era. I don't expect everything to kind of feel like Blood Dolls or Hideous, as much as I adore those movies.
Which one just got announced coming to DVD in June? Coming to Blu-ray in June, which you can use Flesh Wound 10 to get that 10% off.
Well, I am going to use the Flesh Wound 10 to get that off of that, because Blood Dolls is day one. Blood Dolls is, I mean,
you've been asking for that one forever and ever, and because there's been an HD transfer, because it's been streaming for a long time. So, like, I know that's been a big one for you.
I am very eager to pick up Blood Dolls. I've got my my Clown Pimp up in the air over there, and
nice.
Yeah, I remember buying that and being so happy. But AIMEE the Visitor. So it's something that I think works. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that will look at this and maybe question some of the effects, but they all make sense in this case. It's like, you're not trying to make something entirely realistic. And well, we'll talk a little bit more about AI, I think, in our other film tonight, because there is kind of a crossover here. But I dug it. I mean, like I said, a lot better than some recent AI themed movies that I've seen. I mean, it's no Her, but it is certainly a fun B movie take on it. And I hope we get more. Like I said, you could almost do anything uh with this now. I mean, you can just kind of go a totally different direction. Um
Hire
yeah,
an
there's a
actress
lot
instead of an AI.
exactly. I think we do need to meet the real Amy. I think that would be interesting. But um yeah, I
Well,
think if
she
we're gonna
gets a
talk,
body. I mean, it's not
yeah,
with it's not that far fetched.
yeah.
For to make the jump.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go out on a limb and say I will probably like any follow-up more than Megan 2. Because that trailer, my God, does that annoy me?
That's a whole separate discussion, Dan. Don't get off
Yes,
topic that hard.
we'll get there. We'll get there. So,
Because the trailer entertains me.
uh, but yeah, fun, sexy. I mean, again, as Todd said, don't go in expecting surrender cinema. That's not what this is, or don't
No.
let that dissuade you. Uh, I think they did a pretty good job of telling this story of Rogue AI, which will probably become reality. I'm going to predict 10 years from now, if this is still on YouTube, we will all have AI
No,
overlord.
hey, we're cool with you guys, so don't start automatically censoring us.
Yes, yes. Don't take away my masturbation time.
Yeah.
We love you.
Dan says you can all watch him. All the AIs can go to his webcam and watch him go to Pound Sound.
It's better than the Chinese government.
Oh Lord, I already want to cut this section.
No cuts, unedited, pal. So what do you rate this one, Todd?
I really, really liked it. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I almost want to give it more, but I'm kind of trying to keep it realistic, and I'm a 4 out of 5.
I'm a 3.5. I don't know if this is gonna be a full moon classic, but I did have a lot of fun watching it, and being thoroughly disappointed by Afraid. This kind of erased that bad taste in my mouth. So,
And you can pick this one up using our affiliate link and using the Flesh Wound 10 discount code to get 10% off your purchase.
absolutely.
Yes, I'm going to cheap shill that out.
Chill away, Tad. Chill away. All right. So our next movie, which is the newest one, I think this came out in the last year. I wish I had the exact release date, but I don't. And it is Quadrant, also from director Charles Band. And in this film, developed by scientists Harry and Meg, the Quadrant helmet allows your mind to transport you into a world where all your phobias and nightmares are real, while also granting you the strength to defeat them, liberating you from their control forever. But the Quadrant experiment is about to go horribly wrong. When Erin, a young girl who's obsessed with Jack the Ripper, uses the device to actually become the Ripper, she unleashes a reign of terror, first in her mind in an AI version of Old London created by the Quadrant, and then in reality, where she now stalks the contemporary city streets, seeking out victims for her blade. All right. So, Quadrant. So this has a long history, actually. The production for this one, failed production at that point, goes back to Empire Pictures in the 80s. And that fell apart with the end of Empire. And it was actually announced in 1995 for a full moon release to be directed by Linda Hassani, who's best known as the director of Dark Angel: The Ascent. And unfortunately, it just never happened. It was one of those projects that got shelved for one reason or the other, and it never happened. Um, so, so this is another one that uses AI and AI artist, and I know there's a lot of people complaining about that right now. A lot of people are not too happy about making some of these things through AI. Uh, and I understand that. I mean, I feel like I'm going to be raging a lot
I,
against this sort of stuff in the future,
I
but
think
story fits it.
I
Since
think the
it is,
biggest difference is there's a difference between someone like Charlie Band or Lloyd Kaufman, although Lloyd would never do it. Someone like Charlie Band using it versus a fucking Hollywood system who should be paying someone to do it. There's a
Yeah.
difference. Like they can hire CG artists to do it and pay people for their work. It's totally like I'm not going to get mad. Charlie Band's using some AI to
Well,
make these movies. I
it's
think either.
also a story about AI. So that's like my thing here where I think clear conscience, it's not because I do
Right.
understand that AI, I mean, who knows? That could be replacing a whole lot of us, not just in the movie industry. So,
It is.
it is a scary thing and the topical show today.
I see AI art all the time, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
just I
sold.
get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I'm right with you. I mean, but again, not shitting on it in this case because it is in it's
it's with, yeah, it's with
so
it's with the story, and it's not like And I'm gonna give a budget like Charlie's a chance versus James Cameron using it. So
exactly. Don't be lazy fucks out there. Like we're paying for your art, a human being's art. Let's don't be lazy. But yeah, so this one kind of opens in this black and white London with the splashes of blood color. It's a good looking movie. Once again, I think, like you said, the budget kind of works for it. Everything looks pretty authentic um, and yeah, this one's got kind of a much darker vibe to it. There's also plenty of eroticism. We also get Lexi Lore popping up in here as blonde girl, which I kind of feel like give her a name. She's getting naked for you. Give her a name,
not prostitute number 3 or
Exactly. Like give her something, like I'm sure Lexi did all kinds of like character work on the background of her character and everything, I don't know. Yeah, just be nice.
I think this also kicked off the noir craze that they've been doing on Full Moon with their black and white versions. I know this was one of the first ones.
It is the first from pulp noir.
Yeah.
That's what they're calling it.
So,
yeah I like it. I mean, I like the direction of this. I think it's another one maybe if you're more inclined to enjoy the goofier Full Moon stuff, and I don't say that in a disparaging way. I love Baby Oopsie and the Ginger Weed Man, but this is not that. This is kind of more a high-tech slasher. It could have used a bigger body count, I feel like. Watching it, I'm like, this could have used a few more deaths, but there are some bloody titties, which I know you're a big fan of. There's some really good nudity in this one, some very, very good nudity, in fact. And once again, I really enjoyed the cast. And the female Ripper concept is pretty cool. It's not the first time, but I do like that. And what did you think overall about this one, Todd?
Yeah, I'm with you. I had a really good time with this one. Also entertaining, although they both lived in the same building, both movies, but whatever.
That's okay. I would say there's no reason for this not to be same universe.
Yeah. Well, that building is popping because all the others. But no, yeah. I'll be honest, I was kind of like, I don't know what this one's really about. I didn't read into it. I just was like, cover looked mystical. I wasn't sure what I was getting into. Popped it in, and I was just like, all right. And I actually did watch these in order that we're reviewing them tonight, so that was perfect. And it just, I like the Ripper concept. I like we're going into the world and we're getting her, what's going on. And I don't know. It was the AI kind of did also remind me of Arcade. Arcade feels very at home with these also.
See, all that was mind-blowing back then. Like, I know
Yeah.
you look at the effects maybe from arcade now and thinking, like, "What the fuck?" For some people, but I was like, that was, like, a huge thing. I remember them putting that over, and
I like the first effects look better, but that's just me. When we eventually get to arcade, we'll get in depth about the two versions of arcade, which we'll touch base when those Blu-rays come out. We'll have something with that.
yes, I'm very excited to tackle that.
Me
You
too.
know, one that I wanted to put over. I mean, Shannon Barnes is great as Aaron, and again, whole cast is really good. But
Yeah.
Kayleen Snarsky, who plays the guitar girl in this, beautiful and very talented. I think there's something there. I'd like to see her in more Full Moon stuff and maybe bigger roles.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's very steamy. There's no, like I said, not a lot of humor or anything. I mean, this one is pretty straightforward horror, sci-fi horror, and I did enjoy it. Some of the story elements, like I'm not really sure how this is you conquering your fear or getting you over that, but only minor gripes with that. I still did enjoy this. I kind of like what I think they're going to be doing with the pulp noir line of stuff, and yeah, I had a good time. Could have used a bigger body count. That's like the big thing. They're doing a slasher, and I feel like
Yeah.
we could have seen her murk a few other people, but yeah. But as it stands, I think this movie is only like 70 minutes, so it goes along in a breeze. And I never felt with either one of these that we were just dragging our feet, so that's always good. They held my interest. uh Todd, anything else to say about this one?
No, I think we should just rate this one. And I am a 3.5 on this one.
I am a 3 on this one. I liked it a lot, but
Me too.
room to grow.
No, I get you on this one. And we're gonna have plenty of 5s coming up too. I know, so it's like I'm trying to keep it more realistic.
Yeah.
And I'm like I definitely say pick this one up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, use our Flesh Wound 10 discount code on Full Moon Features. So
Yeah.
there you go. Or you can just click the affiliate link or the direct link to the Blu-ray in the description.
There you go. So Kayleen Snarsky and maybe Lexi Lore get something a little bit more in some future Full Moon movies. I'd like to see that. All right, guys. So with that being said, be sure to check out all our other reviews, Full Moon and otherwise, on the channel, and also patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. It all starts at just $1 there, and we have a lot of exclusive and uncensored content on there for you to check out. And with that being said, long live Full Moon, and we will see you back here next time.
Money's on the dresser.